All right, let's put today's market jitters in context, starting with so-called Nene-gate. On December the 9th, 2015, President Jacob Zuma replaced the then Finance Minister Nhlanhla Nene with a little-known MP David van Rooyen. The rand then trading at around 14.50 to the dollar. Before that, after it shot through 15 rand to the dollar and it carried on to historic lows. It was a tumultuous time after South Africa got three finance ministers in 4 days. 2 days later, President Zuma explained that Nene was to be nominated for a high-ranking post at the BRICS Bank. Outrage was growing though, and by the 13th of December, Zuma announced that Pravin Gordhan would return to the post. The rand responded positively. President Zuma said, as a democratic government, we emphasize the importance of listening to the people. Of course, nothing has come of the BRICS nomination. Nene is now in the private sector. Well, Pravin Gordhan was not new to the post, but returning. He had been a respected finance minister between 2009 and 2014, when he was moved to the post of Minister of Cooperative Governance. This was seen as a sign of no confidence on the part of the president, and it has been widely speculated that President Zuma only reappointed Gordhan under duress amidst widening divisions in the ANC. Gordhan had to deal with the fallout of Nene-gate, and he started going on roadshows like the one he's been recalled from to regain the confidence of overseas investors. Top business leaders have joined him, and the United Front has been one of the reasons put forward for South Africa avoiding a credit rating downgrade last year. But Gordhan has faced opposition from the head of SARS, which ignited a Hawks investigation, which was later dropped. And speculation that he's not safe in his position is certainly not new. All right, let's get a quick global investor view now. Attard Montalto joins us from Nomura in London. Peter, how are you interpreting the president's move?
Hi, good evening. Well, I think it's been quite a dramatic day for the market, a wake-up call that political risk premium is required in the currency, that simply trading off the back of the momentum seen in U.S. stocks isn't really enough, and that reshuffle is potentially on the table. I think this is the market being tested by Zuma to see if a reshuffle is possible, because there are, of course, risks around the reshuffle, and I think they need to test the market, see if there will or will not be a repeat of Nene-gate, as you discussed earlier, and that's really what the events today are probably about.
If that is true, and we were down by 3% at one point, is the market showing resilience, or that there could be a huge blowout once more if there is a cabinet reshuffle?
Well, I think we need to remember that market positioning is now very different than before Nene-gate. Before Nene-gate, everyone was very underweight and underowned in South African bonds, very short the currency. Now everyone's very long the currency and very overweight bonds. And that flip around means that if there is a big shock to come, we can potentially see very disorderly and larger market moves even than we saw after Nene-gate. But the reaction in markets today has been relatively muted. It depends how you want to look at it. From the market's perspective, in recent weeks it's been a big move, but maybe if you're looking at it as someone from Pretoria, as someone who doesn't look at markets every day, maybe it isn't as dramatic. You know, we're just back to where we were a week and a half ago. So I hardly think this is a breakout that maybe could be viewed as particularly large from a layperson's perspective.
If there finally, if there is a cabinet reshuffle, what's your best case scenario, and what is the worst? How low could the rand go?
Well, I think we should remember that a wider reshuffle has really been talked about now since the start of 2015 even, and we shouldn't overly concentrate on National Treasury, even though it's, of course, very important. A reshuffle ultimately would be about loyalty into the elective conference for Zuma and his faction, removing in particular SACP members, which are quite resurgent at the moment, but also access to National Treasury, and in particular things like the Public Investment Corporation. That's why the baseline for now, at least, is that the deputy could be reshuffled. Might be more likely than the minister. But I think clearly that today's risks show that the reshuffle is potentially on the cards, but it's very hard to call, so it will ultimately come down to Zuma's prerogative. If the minister does go, that will be the worst scenario, I think, for the markets. We are reopening a Pandora's box like after Nene-gate, and we will see much more severe outflow and negative reaction in the currency and bonds after that than if just the deputy is reshuffled.
All right, thank you very much, Attard Montalto, on the line from Nomura in London.